What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today I want to discuss kind of, I guess, the decomposition of clan wars. So yes, this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a long time. Mainly because I'm not sure it's something that a lot of people have noticed, but clan wars is starting to fall pretty hard. And I think it's starting to become a lot more stale than usual. So Clan Wars for a long time has been in this game for almost, I think maybe about 2 years at this point. And you know, for the first few months, it wasn't really that enjoyable because they would always put you against the worst, or I guess the most try-hard clans. So you were never really able to progress, especially if you already had a legacy clan before Clan Wars was even made. And that wasn't the only issue. It was also like the Clan Wars store not giving you enough credits throughout the entire month to really just get anything from that Clan Wars store. Of course, with all those issues in mind, they have, you know, made a lot of fixes, and it made Clan Wars a lot more enjoyable. But there are certain things now in Clan Wars that have kind of made it a lot more stale and a lot less enjoyable just overall. So as you guys know, Clan Wars is kind of like this, I guess, like unspoken alternative for players that may not, you know, play touch. You know, that's like really the only thing that, you know, touch players, or sorry, controller players, or even keyboard and mouse players have to, I guess, kind of like enjoy the game with. I mean, yes, you could do the controller glitch to get into ranked, but, you know, not all the time ranked is going to be, you know, enjoyed. If anything, right now, a lot of people don't really like the state of ranked because of the long-standing meta with the CBR and just the Crick 6 in general. So Clan Wars has that little alternative where you could actually just, you know, go on public matches and just enjoy the game that way, so it won't be as stressful. They have you doing nodes from Battle Royale as well as multiplayer, but I will say that, you know, when it comes to the multiplayer modes, at the very least, it has kind of declined a bit. And I say that because, you know, the modes are a lot more restrictive than they were before. So prior to, like, I guess this month or the month before, you know, they would have nodes such as TDM, kill confirmed, stuff like hardpoint, you know, getting kills within the hardpoint or just getting kills in general. And the same went for domination, but the more, like, just more and more they started restricting it to the point where anytime it was hardpoint, you had to stay in the objective. And really there was like no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I mean, I haven't seen a hardpoint node that requires you to just get kills or anything like that. The same goes for domination as well. You know, we do see like the same pattern there, you know, just capture the objective and just that's pretty much it. But the thing is that it's starting to lack variety, like to a major degree. They also had you play on certain featured playlists like 10v10 or shipment, or just anything of the sort that's available, even search and rescue recently. But the problem now is the fact that they're not even allowing you to play TDM or hardpoint anymore. It's just nothing but featured playlists. And I'm sure a lot of you Clan War grinders out there have already seen that. You know, you haven't really seen a hardpoint or a TDM node in a while. It's just nothing but Armada Strike, Shipment, or Search and Rescue. And I could understand it. They want to entice players to play on those featured playlists since they just made those, you know, new modes and everything. But the problem is that, you know, there is a limit. You don't want to have to do that every single week to the point where every single node in multiplayer just amounts to just you doing the same thing over and over. And recently we've been only confined by 2 maps. I mean, it's either Shipment or just Armada Strike. And this has been going on for like about 3 to 4 weeks straight. And it's not to say that, you know, Armada Strike is a bad map by any means, unless like you're playing hardpoint. But, you know, you don't want to play the map for so long, like over and over again. And when it comes to Search and Rescue and Shipment 24/7, again, like they're fun modes to play on, but you know, you don't want to play on those things all the time. And they have added like some form of different ways to play Shipment. You know, they had one recently, which is like the headshots only, and they also had one where you don't use score streaks at all. I mean, if anything, those have made, you know, Shipment 24/7 a lot more bearable because you're not being spammed with VTOLs and attack choppers and anything like that. It's just pure gun skill. But again, it doesn't help that you're just playing on these maps over and over again multiple times in a single week. And I know some of you guys could, you know, refute this by saying, well, I mean, do you just want to go back to playing TDM and hardpoint all the time? And it's like, no. But they could just make, you know, different types of conditions for each of these nodes. They don't have to just have it to just getting kills just like that, or, you know, staying on the objective. You can have stuff like maybe use an SMG or use a certain gun with a certain attachment or something like that. make it more interesting. You could even have us use some sort of kill streak, or get UAV assist or something like that. They could even have nodes where you could just play whatever you want so long as you use the newest weapon of the game. For example, next season they could have some sort of node that just requires you to use the growl. The only node that I could see this happening in is just with melees. I mean, that's something that they've been doing for quite a while, but they never do that with like assault rifles or sniper rifles or anything like that. We do have the snipers only as well, but again, like even that mode is kind of flawed, mainly because it only confines you to the DLQ and the Arctic 50. They don't necessarily allow you to use whatever sniper you want, or even at least have a custom class. And I say that because, there's a lot of people with different blueprints that may have a slower build, and there are some that have a really fast build. So it's kind of frustrating. I would say that. And plus, even with the mythic DLQ and even all the legendary skins for the Arctic 50 that I have, they're all very slow builds. Or at the very least, just change the rotation every once in a while so it could be, maybe the Koshka and the NA45, or the HDR and the Outlaw, something like that. Overall, just change the conditions of some of the nodes. I mean, you could keep them the same, but, have us use SMGs, or, restrict us to a weapon to make it more interesting. That's all I'm saying. I understand that they're gonna change things around. I mean, the Seaside map is coming out next season. So yes, we're going to play on a 24/7 map again, but it's going to be a new map. But at the same time, we're going to get bored of it very easily. So just have us do something else, whatever the case may be. So now moving on to the next one, and I'm surprised no one has even spoken about this. It's the fact that they don't really update the character skins in the Clan Wars store at all. Like, for the most part, we've only had, Firebreak, Farah, and Iskra, and I think maybe a few other character skins come out in Clan Wars, but overall they keep the rotation more or less the same every single time. One thing I will say is that they have improved a little bit on the gun skins, even though they're still kind of like the base gun. I mean, they make it more shinier. They added like a lot of gold pieces to certain blueprints, like the Kilo and even the M4 that we have right now. But the character skins are probably the one main problem, and I know they're trying to make it a little bit more unique by giving them different outfits, but at the same time, I mean, they kind of already done that with every single one of these character skins. I mean, it would be nice if we could just have a completely new character come into Clan Wars. And also, they've probably done it multiple times. I think Firebreak actually has like 2 different ones. I think one's like the police and that new purple My Little Pony looking one. I mean, yeah, they're kind of like just repeating the same thing over and over again with the Clan Wars store. And yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more boring and just not worth grinding for. The credit distribution is actually pretty well balanced. I'm not really going to say anything about that, but just change the rewards a bit, make them a little bit more creative, change the character rotation so we finally get a new character, stuff like that. Or even better, have like a epic skin for the newest weapon of, I guess, the season. I mean, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, with Clan Wars, I mean, those are my 2 major concerns, but if anything, they are actually major concerns because, again, like, they're starting to kind of like repeat the same stuff over and over again, especially with the nodes and just the character skins. So yeah, I think we do kind of like need a change up, at least when it comes to those 2 things. I mean, you could add more conditions to modes, make it a lot better, play search and destroy with, only a pistol, some shit like that they could do to just make it more entertaining. But again, they just haven't done that, and I feel like someone actually needs to talk about it right now. And look, I haven't lost confidence that they will. I mean, they usually change stuff every now and then, but yeah, Clan Wars is in dire need of changes like that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.